And here we go again. Today's little demonstration was born out of a conversation had with other members of our committee here at Plugit, and somebody had mentioned that they'd been to some lady's house and they mentioned looking on the web for an object, and the lady unfortunately didn't even know what the web was. Now it strikes me as most peculiar that in this day and age of computers and laptops and tablets and mobile phones, etc., and so forth and so on, somebody didn't know what the web was. And also a second part of a separate incident that happened to me when I used to go out repairing computers, that I went to a lady's house because she'd lost some photographs. She couldn't find them on a computer. And when I asked her what happened, she says, well, I took the photograph from my camera and transferred it onto my computer, and there was about 6 or 7 pictures. Then I cleared them off my camera, and I have looked at them several times, but I came to find them on the computer and I couldn't find them. I said, well, where did you put them? She says, I just saved it. So I said, come on then, show me how you did that. So she snapped a couple of quick pictures off on the camera and went to the computer and transfer them over all correctly, quite efficiently as well, I might add. But I said, right, where are they now? She says, well, they're on the computer. So we searched the computer for this one particular file. It had a number .jpg as it does, and we couldn't find it. And I said, well, show me where you went. And she went into a program and she says, oh, you've got them on the web. She says, oh no, she says, I haven't, I don't use the internet. And I said, well, okay, show me where the program is then. So she clicked on the Internet Explorer button and showed me this program, and I thought, that's where it is then. So we opened up the program she uses, and there, sure enough, were the pictures that she'd lost. But the amazing thing was she didn't realize she was actually using the internet to store this picture, and I think it might have been in, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it could have been in Picasa, where it stores it online. Anyway, after a few explanations of what she was doing and what it was, we managed to get her pictures and save them onto the computer, etc. And it all ended very happily. But there was the confusion over whether she used the internet that amazed me, that she didn't know she was actually going online and using the internet to go on the web and save her pictures and that sort of thing. So we're going to take a quick look at one or two things. Hopefully I'm going to get it as accurate as possible. So we'll look at the first word. First thing is the internet. It's the interconnected computer network, hence internet, inter of the connected computer, and net as in networks, internet. And basically it's a collection of computers that all talk to each other and using a simple language called TCP/IP, which is a transfer control protocol, internet protocol, which is a set of networking protocols that allow 2 or more computers to talk to each other. I think it was first started off by the Department of Defense, and it developed the TCP/IP, and it was quickly adopted as a standard for networking. That's all well and good. Whenever we go onto the web, we'll always see those letters HTTP, which actually stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. And then there's usually a colon, which is a separator, // and then it's followed by www. Now the www is actually the World Wide Web. So in other words, we use this protocol to join the computers together, then we look on the web for whatever we want. Let's take a look at one of my websites, which I can't even see on the computer, so I shall open one up very quickly. I had it open a minute ago. I must have closed it when everything went wrong and I had to start all over again. So I'll have a look at this. Here's a website. It's called hullbase.com. Brilliant website, I might add. It's one where I do all the work myself. In there we can go to a diabetes page where I can see all the stuff about diabetes that I want, my daily readings, etc., and so forth and so on. We're not here to look at that at the moment. We're just here to look at the Hullbase. We can flick anywhere. We can see pictures. We can see my book Kevin and the Ghost, etc. We can see the characters contained in the book, and hopefully a cartoon series later on, but that's another story. We have other bits and pieces where we have the Plugit website here, which we can go to, and we can see this is all on the web. This is the World Wide Web in action. So let's have a look at the makings. Let me just close that a second, and we'll just open that up in a little program I use to create websites, etc. Now here we go. Oops. Here we go. So this is it. This is on my computer now. This is not the World Wide Web. If you have a look at the address at the top here, it actually says it's f://aa my websites. So this is on my computer, not on the internet. However, because it's built on the internet, I have all the links in place exactly as it would be on the internet. And just to show you, we'll just click on Kevin and the Ghost again. He says as it doesn't work. No, here we go. Takes a minute. It's quite a big site, so it does take a moment to load. And there we go. That's it. It's just to show that it's the same. Right, let's have a deeper look here. Let's have a look at, we'll split the screen a little bit. If we go right to the top of the page here, and we'll see that it's there's a little notation that its document type is HTML, which is hypertext markup language. HTML hypertext markup language. It's a public document, and you can see the addresses there which point to the World Wide Web. Oh, sorry, I clicked again wrong. It shows it goes W3C, and if we have a look, it's www.w3.org, and it tells you all the bits and pieces about it. And that's just the address at the top of the letter, if you like, if you're sending a letter. Next thing we see on this markup language, you'll see all the pages are numbered here, all the lines are numbered in fact, and it shows you auto style 2, auto style 3, 4, etc. and so forth. And it goes through all these little styles, and it's telling me exactly what to write on this. So every single website that we see, everything we see on the web has got something like this to precede it. If I highlight click below for the whatever, you can see on the screen below, because this is actually the web page, it will light up all the little bits like this, all my websites. There we go. And then to Green Geeks, which is my host. And this is the way that all web pages are built. This goes on quite quickly. I think it's only 163 lines of HTML. Sorry, that's all it is. Just those screens, but it shows. Let me just flick back again. There we go, and it shows all these different. Here's Nostradamus. If I click on that, it shows the whole thing. This is quite complex, in as much as every single one of these are a different page. Every single number you see is a different page. But so if I just click on one in particular, there it is. It's Nostradamus.hallbase.com. So in other words, it's hosted at Hallbase, and it's a separate folder for Nostradamus. Take a look at that if you will later on. But again, if we just snip back, we can see the markup language here, and it starts pretty much the same. This particular one is quite big. It's 215 lines on that introductory page. So it's quite ingenious. Additional to that, if I just pop out of there and we go to, this is the way the pages are made. There's the HTML, which we've just looked at, but also it's got things like graphics, which if you look on the website you'll see all these graphics, and they're basically just pictures that are on the website. So there they all are. And as you can see, it's if we go onto the internet reel, we go to MSN, takes a moment again, and if I right click, I can see these little things. View the page source. So let's have a quick look at that. Brings up another window, and look, doc type, it's HTML prefix, it's got all the usual bits and pieces at the top. It's a metadata character set, which is UTF, universal something or other font, and size 8. And most internet sites will have something very similar to that. Again, all these lines, look, they're all numbered. You can barely see it there, but it is there, and it tells you all the different things it's got to do, all the pictures it's got to load. These are updated quite quickly. And this is, as I said before, this is a website. This is a typical website actually. So there's one. Let's go to, I don't know, Don't want to show any of my own particular sites there, but we can go to, oh, I know a good one. We'll go to YouTube, because this is where this particular demonstration will be launched. And if I right click and I can view page source, what a surprise, a document type, it's HTML, language is English, and you can see every single web page built up exactly the same. And if it's got all this chatting and all this markup language here, this is quite a big one, isn't it? As you'd expect, actually, because it's a massive site. So this is YouTube, and it's little bits of text to show you what's going on. So we'll close that. This is it. This is Howard L. Hall's channel, and I've just shown you all the little texts and secrets that hold behind it. And there we go. So that's the difference. This is a website, and the internet is the computers joining together. If I type in internet computers, right, we can see lovely pictures on here like this. It shows all these computers linked together. I don't know whether this is copyright stuff, so I won't dwell on it too long. There's a lovely little diagram. All these computers, laptops in this case, all joined together, talking to one another. That is the internet. Interconnected computers. Simple as that. It's a network of interconnected computers. So there we are. And each one of those computers will have software. When it accesses the web, we can see that it has all the different, there we are, it's a nice little diagram there. All this stuff is on the web, and we can access it from there. So there we go. That's my very brief overview of the internet and the web. What's the difference between the internet and the web? Hopefully that's ironed out a few questions or puzzles that people might have been asking. If you've enjoyed this and you quite like what you've seen, then please click the like button on the page on YouTube, and also take a moment to subscribe. Subscribing, what does that give you? It takes about 2 or 3 minutes just to fill in the forms to subscribe. And once you're on there, you can click on any web page that you like on YouTube, and you can just go in there and have a look at the subscribe button. Terrible news on there, but there's a subscribe button. You can click on there, and literally anybody you see on YouTube, if you do a search for something on YouTube like networks, there we go, simple word, networks. Let's see what networks brings up. Computer networks, boom, there we go. Gosh, she's a bit noisy, drowned out, but there we go. 7.2 million followers on this lady, and all you have to do is click on that button and you can subscribe to her channel. So every time that she puts a video up on this channel, you'll get a notification. New, same as you do on mine. If somebody puts if I put a new video up on YouTube, you get a little notification that I've done that, and hopefully it will encourage you to look at it. So don't be worried about subscribing. It's not a big deal. It's very easy to do, very easy to subscribe, and once you have subscribed, just get your own channel. And also, look, you see like this, Russell Howard, my wife, my son, you can follow all their workings. If they put videos up, I know about it straight away, and it makes it very easy. If I want to go to Russell Howard's site, click on there. I won't let it run, but that's his channel. Brilliant stuff at a click of a button. So that's one of the advantages of subscription. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you will subscribe to YouTube, and that you will click on the various videos that you find available. Very good for learning things. If you don't know how something works, go to YouTube, do a search for whatever you want, and hopefully you'll find the answers somewhere in the multiplicity of videos that it stores. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye for now.